defend him at all costs. Whether devil likes it or not, we are going to defend Advocate Nelson Chamisa. I thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Breaking news, guys, breaking news. Now, finally, Job Sikhala is going to be out of prison. And I just want to say, guys, I know it's mixed emotions, but at the end of the day, what's more important is that he is really free, completely free at last. So just to give you a bit of a background of the sentence, so the human rights lawyers sent out a message on Twitter that Harare Magistrate Tafaz Gwamiti sentences former Zengeza West MP Honorable Job Sikhala to serve 2 years in prison, which she, however, wholly suspended on condition of good behavior. Magistrate Miti stated that she had considered that Honorable Sikhala had spent considerable time. You know, he has been in prison for the past 2 years, literally no bail. To me, it's like he was serving. Was he serving for the sentence that you say now, which doesn't make sense? Like, literally, he had never, gone on trial, but there was already a sentence for him based on what I'm reading right now. It to me doesn't really make sense. But we are really in those sensitive times. You've seen what's going on in our political circle, and there were tweets that were going on this morning when people were like, "Wow, the guys that were literally attorneys to Sengezo Shamangu are in court talking to Job Sikhala yesterday," and people are like, "What? What on earth is going on in our political space?" But I was also sort of surprised when I actually see the founder of Techmog, newspaper journalist Tonio. He said the secret, they've traded Job Sikhala for political expediency. After having met and agreed that they are all unpopular, they want to use Job as their way to popularity. So Job will be their president. Uriri will be hired as a competent lawyer. He wins the case and they celebrate victory for the masses. Wow. Wow. And he also say a new pact with PF will be settled, but one which they control and call the shots, because Chamisa was a problem for them and he would demand much power, which they were not ready to cede. Wow. But you know what? There's always going to be people who are rebutting on that, because immediately, from what I saw immediately, my brother Hope was like, "No, but that is not correct." That's what he's alleging to. He said it is definitely not correct. Job Sikhala, and the political dilemma that's going on right now in Zimbabwe are completely two different things. So we should never mix the two. So, you know what? We all know what has been going on. Don't forget what Songezo Shavangu said last time, that he was going to negotiate with Ziyambi and also Kazembe, and make sure that Job Sikhala is out of prison. And we also have Nelson Chamisa, the real deal politician, resigned, like online, because people are saying we don't think he's resigned fully, because this was literally just a tweet. There was never a statement that was sent to the real political party. So the political party keeps, referring to him as the president of the party, which means that he's still fully in control of the party.
We resolved never to surrender the struggle to ZANU PF and its proxies, and will do everything possible to defend the people's struggle and citizens' interests, including court cases, illegal recalls and imposters, political arrests, position of our deployees in council and parliament, shrinking democratic space, economic challenges, illegitimacy, and many others. During this transitional period, the CNA resolved to engage with President Nelson Chamisa and the masses of our people across the country to advise on the direction and way forward that the country and the party must take. To resolve the current challenges, the CNA appointed an administrative committee composed of Chair and Chief Administrator, Senator Jameson Timber, heads of L. Beruz, and the following committee members: Leslie Mkurajija, Ralph Magunje, Gideon Shoko, David Chimini, Prince Dubego, Morgan Nube, Kondongwe, Susan Matsunga, Josiah Makombe, and Maggie Chakabudu. In conclusion, the CNA remains solidly behind President Nelson Chamisa and awaits further direction pending the engagement as per his statement. In the meantime, all champions and party organs of the party are urged to continue to execute the people's struggle to its logical conclusion. Thank you.
As for what people are saying now, these are really very interesting terms. But again, some people are saying that's what we call a strategic ambiguity, because nobody wants to, want people to know their move. But what can we say? This is the Zimbabwe that we are in right now. So please take a listen to Ian Makone. Also against you trying to talk about Nelson Chamisa. Please take a listen.
I've read the statement. It's a very detailed statement. And I'm sure he's thought about it very deeply, prayed about it, and consulted as widely as he could in the time available of the various stakeholders, colleagues, opinion makers, and naturally it's going to affect a whole fabric of society. And the word that catches my attention in that statement is where he's talking about the new. We have to move away from the inward focus, which the last 3-4 months had become, and to be able to focus on the matters that are important to residents and to the country at large. So yes, I can see where he's coming from. We are obviously going to be engaging some more to understand the clear differences between where we were going and were shifted away from, and where we can still go. The struggle for transformation we thought had begun with the August 23rd elections, but far from it. Other people had other ideas to obstruct, to destroy, and to impede. Naturally, the next few days will unfold more around this move led by Mr. Chamisa. He's talking about the way it affects him. And I can talk about the way it affects me. And other people will also talk about the way it affects them. And clearly, I can understand why he's taken the move that he has. It is now a question of where we go. And if the destination is the same, as I trust it is, then obviously we must reflect much more clearly on just what we are doing with these by-elections, which were forced on the country by someone claiming to have authority that we know he does not have. So yes, you're right. It introduces a further complication in the equation. However, what is important to residents does not change. They will continue to want service delivery in the form of waste removal, service delivery in the form of water, service delivery in the form of passable roads, traffic, and all these other issues. Those things don't go away. So I would see in that equation a pathway towards greater relevance on stakeholder-driven and client-driven issues facing the city of Harare.
Okay, am I the only one who have so much respect for Ian Marconi because he's such a gracious man? You know, when he speaks, you know, you can see so much sincerity in his speech. And I don't want to lie, that was definitely a loss for Harare because he was going to be an incredible mayor, which, you know, this is not to disrespect Mafome, but I felt like what happened between Mafome and Ian was definitely wrong. I wish it can be reversed. But anyway, being in Zimbabwe and how people are playing their dirty politics, you never know what's going on. But trust me, there was a bombshell last night that I could not sleep because I remember talking to someone around 2 a.m. I actually told them that I can't sleep because I got hold of this bombshell. But here's the good news. We're going to exhaust it on our live show tonight. We should be sitting at around 8:30. And guys, I'm going to ask you to come in your numbers because this is quite an interesting bombshell. Can I tell you, you know, what was quite interesting is that there's the allegations that actually Promise Mkwananzi, he is definitely a CIO. You know, people are saying he's working for someone that the moment we know that we're all going to lose our minds, you know. But what can we say? We have to exhaust that story tonight because there's quite a lot of evidence online. There's quite a lot of exchange of tweets that happened today. Now, Hopmo again is still following that. He said, who ordered Fadzayi Mahere's removal as spokesperson of the opposition and who ordered Promise Mkwananzi's appointment as spokesperson? The opposition must come clean on who was the puppet master for these events. Promise, please come here and give us answers. Citizens have been misled for a long time. So what is this supposed to mean? It means that there's a lot of dirty things going on in our background. Who is Promise Mkwananzi? That's the question that people are asking. By the way, I last, seen Promise Mkwananzi the time he was part of Tajamuka. I was shocked and I was like, oh, I didn't know this guy is still really existing. But yeah, the dude is alive and well. I remember there, but people have been really complaining about his work, that his work is great. But you know why? Because Fadzayi Mahere has the charisma. So now this question on the eve of elections, how come there was that transition? Who ordered Fadzayi Mahere to be removed? And who then ordered Promise to be appointed? And this is quite a very important question because then, people started asking that there's a lot of dirty politics played in Zimbabwe that all of us citizens have to know. This is why I'm saying I'm asking you if to come through during our live show because, hey, we need to have a conversation. What is going on in our political arena? Because honestly, we want truth. This one must tell us what's happening. We want to know. We want truth. Nothing but truth. Because Zimbabweans are tired of being abused, are tired of being used, and we want change in the country. We want it now. And also, Bulawayo people are adamant. We saw buildings where people are literally painting, the Triple C buildings from yellow to blue. They are saying we are done. There's two stack Bulawayo people saying Chamisa is our leader. We are not going to leave him. Whatever it takes, we stand with Nelson Chamisa. Please take a listen.
Here in Bulawayo, because it's the second largest city of this country. Right. So, why is it in Kupege Sobala and Ufage? Nesindebele ngehlukanise imbambo lomgogodla sihlube indlube ekhasini yikuthi sihlobo zami njengamayouth akobulawayo amayouth akobulawayo who are residing here in Bulawayo, we are saying we are fully behind the leadership of the president Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Hallelujah! Right. There is nothing much, nothing less or more. We are saying we are fully behind Chamisa. When I was praying, I said, wherever he goes, we shall follow you. Whenever he decides to form a new political party in South Africa, we are going to follow him there. Whenever you want to go and form a political party in Binga, we are going to follow him there. Whenever you want to form a political party in Chipingi, we are going to follow him there. So be guided, bantu bakithi. Asisafuni abathengisi, especially abangabantu abatsha, because singabangabathengisi ilizwe lalo selithengisiwe. If we sell this struggle, we have sold our destiny. What we want genuine leadership. A genuine leadership comes from the people, not self-imposed, the so-called Secretary General Segreso Chabang. To hell with him. We are saying this party was formed by the citizen. Nelson Chamisa. He has a lot of crowd here in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is saying Chamisa, Chamisa. Zimbabwe is saying Chamisa, Chamisa. And we, the people of Bulawayo, especially younger generation like us, we know that we are the vanguard of this country. We know that we are the future presidents. We know that we are the future ministers. We know that the future belongs to us. Now, youth of Bulawayo, the ball is now in our court. The ball is now in our hands. Uguti, we are selling the struggle to the monsters, or we are defending the people of Zimbabwe.
I've got so much respect for people of Bulawayo. I've got so much respect for them. Don't forget, remember last time we spoke about revolution really will start in Bulawayo, because that's where the people, these youth are committed. I was expecting Harare people to show up, Mashingo, Kwekwe, Chimaniman, everywhere to show up in solidarity with Nelson Chamisa. But I also saw quite a number of people online doing quite meetings, some of them doing interviews, still adamant that Chamisa is our leader. We are not going anywhere. And I'm one of a person who says, I don't care of what's going on in the political arena right now as much as we would want to understand how our brother functions, but I still stand and I support Nelson Chamisa. I think he's the best foot forward in this era. God knows what. Anyone can come through, but right now, he's the best foot forward for me. And guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below, but don't forget to come through to our show because we're going to have a party. Please come through. Let's exhaust this matter. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you ring the bell. And may God bless you and may God bless Zimbabwe. I love you all and bye for now.